Hey guys, RC here, back with episode 7.1, the first episode of our 7th season. So we are 6 years into our career at Houston Baptist. They're still happy with us. We actually won the conference last year, and they have not upgraded their expectations, so that's good. Buys us a little more time. Still, not real good on the old career record. So when we simmed ahead, we finished out our scheduling. We went through everything with scheduling. Of course, last video you saw we did not get any head coach offers. But we do have a little more money in the budget, about $20,000 to play with. And that'll help us recruit a little bit. We did cut one walk-on player to free up a third scholarship, and that's where we are now. So let's take a look at our roster. Now, naturally, as bad as we are, I'm typically always looking just for the best player available. We have a sophomore and a junior. Well, first off, we're going to be losing two guys, and then we cut a center that was a walk-on. So small forward and a two guard. So sophomore, junior. Alright, he doesn't count. Alright, so I do need a two guard to replace Bryant, or at least to come in behind Bryant and start to develop. I do need a three because Salvatore is going to be a senior next year, and Marker's not really great. I think power forward I am really set at. Actually, one of these guys will probably end up playing a 3, and Counts will probably come in and play the 5 if I had to guess. So I need a 2 and a 3, and then maybe another 3 or best available with that third scholarship. Alright, so we're going to go general, all players. Let's go very high. Two stars only. And alright, so let's evaluate these guys. And I'm going to offer him. He's a 3-star, so we're going to pop that. I don't need a point guard. I may come back and evaluate them, but let's go down to high. And I don't have any 3s in there either. Wow. Alright, do we have any small forwards? Alright, so all the small forwards in the game are average. That's disappointing. Alright, let's come back up and go to high. Alright, and we're just going to evaluate everybody that's not a point guard. Alright, there's a 2 guard. Oh, yeah, okay. There was another 2 guard. Alright, now let's come down to average. I only want to do in Texas, and I only want there we are. That's what I want. And we want to sort these by rankings. Alright, so I don't want to go any higher, so let's go down this list. Not sure how far down that's it. All right. So yeah, I don't think, well, you know what? Let's do that. We'll catch 2 guys. And then let's go back up to very high and all positions. All right, this guy shot 52 and 64. All right, we'll evaluate him. 54, 55, 2.17. I can't afford to evaluate him. All right. 86. No. All right. I think we've evaluated everybody. Yep, we've used it all. So sim the month. All we offered was one of our 3 scholarships, and that's basically to do a little more. All right, now we can come in and look at general call list, everybody. All right, so first thing we want to do is take off the guys that are low. So we're going to take him off, take him off. All right, now I want to look at the recruiting. All right, Dean Willie has the offer. Now he's 415. We're actually number 1 on his list. So he can shoot, can't get his own shot off. He can hit free throws. He's got good handling. He can rebound a little bit, and he can guard the perimeter. Good quickness. Not the greatest guy, but you know what? We've got a shot to get him. So let's nail him down. And then let's look at general. And let's start coming down the list. All right. Good shot, good free throws, no rebounds, really good defense. Number 1, I like him. Let's do that. Average shooter, average free throws, no defense. Good to average shooting. Rebounding, not so great at rebounding. Good post defense though, and blocks, possibly. Let's keep looking. Bad hands, good passing. I think that would lead to bad, a lot of turnovers via steal. No defense. All right, now there's a good shooter inside at the rim. Solid to above average rebounding. Shooting, passing, offensive rebounds, post defense, perimeter I like him too. So that'll be our 3rd guy. All right, now let's take a look at, so that's Marchetti. So he's a high. He's already got 2 offers, so we're going to take him. Well, we'll leave him on the list. That doesn't cost us anything. All right, sim the month. All right. Another guy's gone low, so we'll take him off the list. Alright, Willie. We're still number 1. Marchetti, we're number 1. And, oh, my alma mater got on board, but we're number 1 right now. Alright, so we can actually hit him with both barrels. Alright, average shooting. Yeah, I'm looking more for the defense here. Alright, so average shooting, good post defense. You know what? Maybe I can look at post and perimeter defense. Burchett we've already got. Marchetti, yeah. Marchetti and Burchett we're already on board with. Tarver, average, average, average. Wow, I like him a lot. We're not going to get him away from those two schools, though. Dean Willie's our other guy. Caesar Robertson, average. Post defense. See, he needs to be perimeter, though. That's not good for his position. Let's do this. Fagan. Good shooter. Good free throws. I like him. I mean, he's not going to be a star, but he could be solid. We'll offer him, so I'm going to make a note. Fagan is going to be a guy to start dropping some money on for a backup. How much do we have left here? 400. I've got enough to evaluate somebody. Yeah, not going to worry about it right now. That's probably a mistake. Alright, let's go back to recruiting actions. Alright, Burchett, still number 1. Still number 1. Still number 1. That'll be good. Okay, who was the other guy? Fagan. Alright, Fagan hasn't gotten anybody. I'm going to put the assistant coach on him. That leaves me about 800. I might actually be able to get another visit going. Calkins, average shooter. Don't like the defense. Hate the defense. Shooting guard. Perimeter. Fagan we've already done. Alright, he's a power forward. That's post. Yeah, they've already got offers on him. Shooting. It's really got to be somebody that has no offers on him, you know? Well, you know what? Nah. Alright, I think we're good. Our prestige went from 7 to 10 with the season we just had. Alright, training camps, red shirts, possible red shirts. Nobody's willing to red shirt this year. Training camp, we're going to recommend. Alright. And let's see. Let me check my little recording thing. We are 14 minutes in. So we could probably finish out the first month. So why don't we go ahead and do that. All right, let's set our depth charts. Now we don't want to be shooting. All right, now inside. All right, so we have 2 guys that can hit jumpers, 3 guys that are better inside. So that means we want to go with a balanced attack. That's basically what that means, which we have. No 3-point usage, or we don't want them shooting from way downtown. Defenses are fine, I think. All right, that's what we're going to go with. So back to depth charts. So Wenzel's going to be our center. 5 points, 5 boards last year. He's really good on defense, and he's a strong defender. Kirk O'Brien, now he's gotten to a yellow rating, so he's really developed. His shooting has maxed out. That's awesome. Nothing else is really strong for him. He's our scorer, and that's why he was a -2, because everything else he's pretty deficient at. But he is a scorer and our leading scorer. Plus, you remember he won all the conference freshman All-American and everything else. So he's our scoring threat. Neil Marker. Let's see. Now look at Salvatore's got an 18 there. Now Marker can hit foul shots. He's really good on the offensive glass. Excuse me. And he is a really strong defender. And I remember we looked at him a couple last year, and he played quite a few games, quite a few minutes. Let's look at Salvatore. Now he can hit jumpers, foul shots. Rebounding and defense is not quite as good. So yeah, let's go ahead and keep him on the perimeter defense. All right, Lloyd Meyer started all 30 games last year, 7.8 points, 2.9 boards. Not much of a score, nothing in rebounding, but he has real, pretty solid defense. And Brett Mull, just average in his handling skills, really good on defense. And we don't have him set up to be our shooter. We have O'Brien. Is there anybody else? I'm going to set Salvatore when he comes off the bench. And Spiker if he comes in. Let's see how that works out. Now, where is Spiker's pretty far down the list. Salvatore's going to be first small forward off the bench. So he'll play a good bit. Dustin Hockett, isn't that our freshman? Let's take a look at our incoming. Okay, Spiker. Okay, so Spiker's actually got a pretty good shot, already maxed out. No foul shooting. Defensive rebounding will get better. Post defense. Yeah, nothing great there. All right, but yeah, I kind of like the way the team's looking. I mean, we're developing, so we'll go ahead and sim up to the game. We already did our recruiting, if I remember correctly. We've got offers out to everybody. Oh, we have not. Okay, yeah, hey. All right, general call list. Let's look at the recruiting actions. All right, Burchett. Willie. And Marchetti. There's Fagan. Oh my. All right, we're opening with Central Arkansas, and we win by 5. Yay. All right, so let's see. Wetzel and O'Brien get 13. 10 and 10 for Marker and Meyer. 9, 7, and 7 on the glass. That's awesome. We shot 45%, 70% from the line. Even getting outshot by 13 attempts, we made up for it in possessions and makes. Rebounds were even, assists pretty even. We had less turnovers, so yeah, all in all, that was a great game for us. All right, Bryant University, and we win this one by 9 at home. Kirk O'Brien gets 23 and 6. Wetzel, no points, but 12 boards. 11 points for Marker. We shot 46%. Now this is actually, look at that, only 2 foul attempts for Bryant on 12 team fouls. So they had 21 more possessions, but we had even in turnovers, even in blocks and steals, assists. They got us by 9 boards, which probably on their defensive glass, which stopped second chance points, but they probably got a lot of second chance opportunities on the offensive glass too. But still, we had enough to offset that, and I'm really happy that we're not having a ton of turnovers. Mull did have 3 and only 3 assists, so that's not really good. That's not going to help us long term this season. Still a 2-0 start. I'm not going to complain. A win over Grambling, 12 points. 13 points for Mull, 7 boards, 3 assists, 4 turnovers. 10 points, 6 boards, 9 points, 10 boards, 9 points, 6 boards. That's pretty consistent. Grambling only shot 37%, so that's helpful. We shot 61%, so even though we had less foul shots, we dominated the glass. Only thing we didn't have, no blocks, and we had more team fouls, but still, I'm liking the way we're playing. Definitely a good start to the season. I think we may have turned the corner in overall talent on the team. We're not going to go undefeated, but a 3-point win. So 20 points for Meyer, so that's his first game to lead in scoring. 10 of 14, very solid. 14 points for O'Brien, 4 of 17. You remember we said last season, when he does not shoot well, usually he does well, from the floor, he does good from the line. 5 of 12, still 12 points, 9 boards, 5 boards. 78%. I'm not going to shake my head at that. We got out rebounded, but not by a ton. More assists. Look at the turnovers. 23 turnovers for Bryant. Mull had 3, and he had 5 assists. But wow, that's huge. And we're off to a 4-0 start. Texas Southern, there's our first loss by 8. We were actually only down 2 at the break. 17 points for O'Brien, 10 and 12 for Wetzel with a double-double. Marker only played 6 minutes before fouling out, so that didn't help. O'Brien actually fouled out. Meyer fouled out. So yeah, a lot of guys fouled out this game. Didn't have them down the stretch. Ooh, I need to go read that in a little while. We shot well. They had a lot more possessions. We shot well from the foul line. That's really been good this season so far. We got dominated on the glass. A lot more assists. pretty even in turnovers. All in all, I mean, I think that was a good game. I think we just ended up with guys not being on the floor to make anything happen. So let's see. We're going to flip the month. All right. We did pick up one commitment, Dominic Burchett. So that's awesome. And let's pop back in and look at him. Committed. All right, Burchett, number 505. 17 points, 2.3 boards, 53 and 68% shooting. Looks really strong defensively. Not much on the glass. And should be a pretty good shooter for us. So he looks really good. All right, let's go to... All right, everybody's there. All right, Dean Willie, we're still number 1. Uh-oh. Zachary Marchetti, we got bounced by Prairie View. Do I want to... I'm going to stay after him, I think. Or do I want to come off of him? God dog it. That's tough. I was liking his defense and his offensive rebounding. Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to come off of him. I can't really risk. All right. Now... no real defense there. So that would be 2 guys with no defense. That's gonna trouble me. But I don't have anybody else on the board. Strange, he says he's a green, which we don't lean on the colors completely, but he's number 702. He's number 507. Everybody else has scholarship offers though. So yeah, we're gonna jump on this guy. We're gonna go after Calkins. And we'll make that work out. Let's go to no offers by ranking. I'm not going to get anybody that high. There's going to be plenty of guys falling through the cracks though. So let's double check for average. You know what? Now here's a guy. Well, he's a point guard. I'm going to add to the call list. Shooting guard. I actually like him. 559. He's an all-state. I may come up and pop on him. .3 assists to turnover, 4.8. Wow. .45, 58. I'm going to go ahead and, well, I want to hold off on evaluating anybody. All right, Calkins is the guy that I was after. Tell you what, let's come off of him. Was it this guy? Yeah, let's put money on him. Now he's only average, so we'll have to hope that we pop on him. All right, that'll get a few more guys on our call list. We've evaluated a couple of them. We'll see how that goes. So we're off to a 4-1 start. RPI is only 161. I mean, we're still not a good team, but we are 4-1. I will take that. If we look at our schedule, well, granted, I mean, you know, most of these teams actually lost. The one team that's been winning, we lost to a 10 RPI. It's early though, but we did beat a 75 RPI team, so nothing wrong with that. And you know, we're gonna have, you know, a good stretch of winnable games here over the next month. So let's go ahead and put a cut in right here. And thanks for checking out the video, and we'll see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye.